here we go. Alright, yesterday the game volume was kind of overpowering the sound of my voice, so I tried to lower it a bit. Hopefully it was enough. Can you tame these frogs? I read the tooltip in the when I rewatched the part of the video back yesterday, and it said something like they eat magma cubes. Are those the little cubes from the Nether? Does that mean you can take them to the Nether? Because that seems kind of crazy. I don't need this flower, I need the bed. I'm going to try... Oh. I can't really tell which direction I'm going. I guess I can check on my map. Can you move this to your other hand? Yes, you can. Perfect. A little mini map. I'm gonna try to walk in a direction this time. I'm gonna try at least one more day of looking for a village. And then if I don't get one today, I'm gonna consider my options tomorrow. But what I'm going to try to do is walk in a direction that doesn't take me meaningfully further away from my spawn in case I do want to circle back around that way. Just to, I guess, be closer to this, settle somewhere closer to the spawn in the first place, in case I ever lose my bed and I spawn back there. It would kind of suck to be that far away. Oh, tons of chickens. Yeah, I could kill all these guys right now. That's so many chickens. I could kill them all with one hit with my sword, is what I was trying to communicate. But also because I do want to, if I can, go back to spawn in order to get that spider spawner to see if anything, any saddles or anything are in there. I know I could just go mining and I'll probably find more, but I don't want to spend a bunch of time hopelessly looking for one. Especially in a format of play that could take multiple real-life days. But maybe that's the point. I think I am going vaguely... I think spawn's that way. I feel like I remember coming from that way. But I can't be sure of that. So I could be making things way worse for myself here. I did notice also I did start trailing off in volume yesterday again. Halfway through the video. So we're trying more every day to keep it at a regular speaking volume. The one I'm currently at. But old habits die hard. Is that the saying? I think it is. I don't have anything to talk about today. I was considering whether I should podcast on a bit about what kinds of restaurants different video games would be, and since I can't really think of anything else to talk about, maybe I should go for that. Let's start with Minecraft. Why not? Minecraft is a really weird case because I feel like it was something different at its inception and near its inception than it is now, or even since it was bought by Microsoft and turned into something that it wasn't initially. Because initially, well now for me, I'll start with now. It's like a burger from a fast food place that you have like this absurd nostalgia for. So a lot of people that'd be something like a McDonald's hamburger. It just flies you back to when you were a kid, playing in their little playgrounds or whatever. But for people who start Minecraft now, I'm curious what it would be for them. I'm gonna try to speculate and guess. People starting Minecraft in the last few years, since it's been a Microsoft product, and it's kind of been bigified? What's the word? Featureified? Wolves. Uh-oh, there's an ocean here. It just feels like it's a self-contradictory game, because it still has the DNA of a indie game made by, it wasn't made by one guy at first, a couple people probably, at least. I mean, at most. Ooh, whoa. That's crazy. Is that a mistake? It's like a plateau. Is that how plateaus work? I learned about plateaus one time in like elementary school, and I think I know what they are. It'd be cool to build something inside of like the cliff face. But I don't think there's a village near here, so the chances we're gonna return here is unlikely. Especially when I can't mark it. Okay, so I do see I haven't been looking at my map as much, but I'm moving a little bit north. So that means that that direction does seem like it would be spawn. Unless it's the opposite of the truth, it could be that direction as well. I'm gonna see what happens if I do this. Yeah, so what would Minecraft be now? It's like a combination of an indie game and it's like a, because nowadays it has a game of like, I'm sure it's got a team of like tons of people developing for it. And it's got the minds of big corporate people behind it as well. And people who want to monetize really intensely. Which is the marketplace? What do you call it? The add-on shop? Whatever. I think it kind of just defies the question of what kind of restaurant it would be. The more I'm thinking about it. I don't really need shears, but I do want a boat. Is it? Boat. Then I need to throw something away. I don't need this lapis. I used to be able to just drop stuff like that, but I guess you can't anymore. I can already hear myself drilling off into whatever you call this. I'm gonna try to keep the volume up. I am noticing halfway through once I've started, my voice has started deteriorating for a couple minutes. I noticed then, which is progress. I'd call it that at least. For now, let's move on from Minecraft. Maybe I'll give it some thought. As far as what restaurant it would be, what kind of meal it would be. I do like my assessment of the other game I'm playing, which I'm still really enjoying, Spiritfarer. It just feels like it's crafted by people who really care. Like it's almost like people you know. That's kind of what indie studios feel like to me, because it's just normal people. In my impression is that it feels at least like there's not a little board of corporate people deciding which way to steer the boat business-wise. It's just a group of real people, and sure, like a couple technically trained business people in whatever way, because you need to do that if you want to, if you want to be likely to monetize your product enough to support your team to make more games. Another one of my favorite games, one of my top games of all time, is Hades. And Hades 2, which just came out last year. I really enjoyed Hades 2, but Hades still has a place in my heart that sequel does not. Particularly the story, but also just your first time playing something. It's just different, you know? I've been here. Something's... Okay, so, but now I'm going down. So, I'm either going diagonally. Okay, I'm just gonna go exactly in this direction and see what happens. See if I'm going down, or north or south. So Hades, another indie dev, and I've seen, like, they've got some behind the scenes videos and everything of their team, and there's like they're a little tiny studio. It's cute. I gotta put my bed down soon. And some torches. And Hades feels like similar to Spiritfarer, if a little more polish behind it. I mean, the first game, I don't know. Like, Spiritfarer is for sure polished. Am I going exactly west? Does that mean this is north? I can't tell on the map. Yeah, I think a lot of my Hades... I think a lot of Hades likes, no, not Hades likes, like indie games like that are kind of the equivalent of what I compared Spiritfarer to, which is just like a really good local restaurant that not a lot of people know about, and it's run by an actual person. No, I'm going south now. Let's not die here. Let's throw this down and kill these guys. They all feel like, yeah, that local spot run by a person you can know, like whether or not they're working there every day. Like, there's a group of people and the ownership is like involved in the actual business and product. Starting to think the village isn't gonna happen, guys. Ooh, gosh. No. Oh, I hate when they run away like that. That was horrible. Gosh. I gotta run. I do wonder, did taking the old world generation box, whoa, this is so flat, this is crazy, make villages less likely to spawn? I do feel like villagers are more likely to be found nowadays. Trying to think if I can think of any other indies. I don't know much about I'm trying to think of other indies that any games that I really enjoyed. And so one of my other favorites is the two Ori games, Ori and the Blind Forest, and Ori and Potato? Nope. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Stardew Valley, that feels a little different because it's one guy. What's that, like a food stand? Is that like the same thing as my analysis of Spiritfarer and Hades, except it's like one guy running a food stand in the city or something, and it's like original food, but well, it's just one guy, or like one or two guys, you know. Because I'm sure, what's his name? Eric? Concerned Ape? The guy who made Stardew Valley? Oh gosh. Sorry guys, gotta focus. I'm just gonna go over this hill and then see if there's a village there. Is there anything else Stardew Valley could be? Because that's just a nice game too. That is one of my all-time games for sure. Playtime wise and just vibes wise. Spiritfarer is actually very, the way it makes you feel and the genre and the people it attracts, I think Spiritfarer and Stardew Valley are a close comparison. Whoa. Oh, cool. Could have gotten a music disc from the skeleton shooting the creeper. Is this a village over here? Or is it lava? I think it's lava. That's why I was going towards it. It is a desert one, so wouldn't be my favorite, but yeah, it's lava. Cool though. Yeah, I'm thinking this isn't gonna happen. Oh, I'm back on my spawn map. This is great news. Should I bother going back to my bed? Alright, new goal. Get back to spawn before the end of the episode. What other, like, one-man restaurant situations are there? I feel like there aren't many. It's just a little food cart ran by a couple people. But it's like an original food, and it's the kind of thing that, like, technically could evolve into an actual restaurant, and then eventually like a franchise situation. Even if it's like a, I don't know if it's called franchise if it's just a couple local locations, but you know, like there's a couple restaurants near me that are only near me, but there's like 4 locations kind of thing. So it's like, it feels, oh gosh, I can't see where I am. Right here, I think. Oh no. I'm gonna have to craft a bed too once I get back to spawn. Ooh, zombie, I'll kill ya. No potato, hopefully, because I can't see it. Where was I? Yeah, and so I think like a really real good food truck is makes sense for Stardew Valley. Like I said, it's made by Concerned Ape. I think he had some help from some people, but I think the bulk of it is his. I've heard this and that about it, but it's a great one. I'm trying to think of any other indies that might be any different. What other indie games have I played? Man, I can't believe we made it back to spawn on vibes. And subconscious memory. Let's do this. I think to preserve my hunger, I'll eat this and then wait for hunger to go away. The hunger status effect. And then I'll use the melons to do whatever else. Whoa, look at the silhouettes of those guys. We're not gonna stop with our dying things now. Is there any red flowers? I'd really like a red flower. I don't think we're gonna get it. Oh, red flower. Run away from the skeleton. The red beds really take me back because the nostalgia of beds always used to be red in Minecraft. I remember it being such a big deal when the colors were added. No, come on. It's gonna be a little long episode. No, don't break my crafting table. Nope, no critical. There we go. Red. Bed. Red. Bed. Alright, that's that, guys. I will see you. Oh, we used to 4 times. Red bed. Does it do this every single time there's a new color bed? Using dyed wools. Alright. See ya tomorrow.